one of the things I heard by looking at YouTube podcasts of people who've had disc replacement is they say once you've been opened up, you're never the same again. Whereas this, you're obviously not being opened up. It's non-invasive. It's a walk in the park. I damaged my back about 30 years ago trying to squat too much weight in the gym, and then I exacerbated the problem about 12 years ago having a motorcycle accident. I've known for a while that I've had compressed discs but never got around to doing anything about it, and about 5 years ago I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan and his podcast and the UFC, and he had an interview with Mel Gibson who came in, and he was talking about his father who had multiple organ failure and was in a real dire state, and the US doctors were basically saying there was nothing that they could do for him but to give pain medication. Well, Mel Gibson didn't accept that and did research, found stem cell, took his father in, and within 2 weeks, he was walking because he had problems with his hips. No longer had the organ failure that he went in with. So I then became aware of stem cells. So I finally got round to addressing my back problem at the beginning of this year. I had an MRI scan done in London, and the surgeon looked at my back and said there's too many levels of damage to operate on. So he just said, all we can offer you is pain management. That was the ideal answer for me because it gave me the excuse to come here. So I've had the IV drip, I've had 20 million stem cells put in each hip, and then I've had, I can't remember how many stem cells, but I've had stem cells injected into 4 discs in my lumbar back, and then also my facet joints. So that was the main area of pain. There were a lot of meetings and appointments. They were really well organised, and I was on time, they were on time. It runs like clockwork. So yes, you wouldn't get this back in the UK. Initially think that I would get quotes from Panama and Mexico, but the professionalism of the people that I spoke to here was so good, I thought that I don't need to get another quote. And from being from the UK, there is a little bit of a concern by going to countries like Mexico, Panama and Colombia, especially this city with the history that it's had. But literally, the clinic is on one side of a shopping centre and the hotel is on the opposite side. So if you were concerned about leaving the complex, you don't need to, because there's everything that you need here. And you can just go from your hotel room to the clinic via the shopping centre.